How's everybody doing tonight? On this rainy Tuesday night, at least it is here. Kind of a chilly, miserable day.
It is.
Yeah, very damp. So, everybody get a lot of videos put out this week and had no problems getting anything edited, or no questions on how to do anything, or... Let's see, we've got Beth Mitchell, Brenda Duncan, Mud Pie Girl, the Battery Powered House. Well, that's an interesting name. Battery Powered House. So, does that mean that you have solar power that charges your batteries? Just curious. Okay. Coco, thank you for being here. And everybody stay in line, or she'll come after you with that wrench. Okay, so you have solar power to charge up your batteries, and then you just use an inverter system for your power in the house. I take it. So, how's that working out for you? How long you been doing that? Bad internet, Mud Pie Girl. Is that on your end? I don't think it's on my end. I'm not seeing any issues on this end. $7 years now. Way to go. Do you have some videos on your stuff? I apologize. I have not gone out and looked at your channel. But I will do that tonight. Do you have some videos on your solar system and everything you've done and all that? Angie's Pantry, nice to see you this evening. Grandma Roses, glad to see you here tonight. Daniel, well,
Pancake Man.
How's things over your way? He's just a little bit east of us here. Rusty Bell, there we are. So we got a nice selection of the country covered here. Battery powered house, we will be checking those out. I certainly will.
Ramping up, be prepared. What are we supposed to be ramping up for?
Was by who?
Beth Mitchell put that.
All ramping up. I don't know. Sometimes ramps are easier than stairs.
Still shocking. Oh, God, Daniel. Coco wants somebody to call in and sing. Tell her I'm messaging Cassie.
What does the blue spanner mean? Battery powered house, if you're referring to like Coco and I think Angie was in here.
The wrenches, yeah.
Those people have moderator rights. So they carry a club around with them just to make sure we don't get any of these trolls in here and people not acting right. They can club them for me, so I don't have to keep such a close eye.
Coco, we don't need Rusty burping a song.
Harmony Homestead, good evening to you. So, everybody that got at least one video out last week, type a number 1 in the channel. If you got 2 videos out, type a number 2. If you got 3, type a 3. I'm just curious. Oh, Grandma Rose has got a new computer.
Woohoo!
3 for battery powered house. Very nice. Good number. Daniel got 3.
Look at her puppy. Oh, I want a puppy.
We do not need another dog. Mud Pie Girl got 2.
Oh, look at it.
I,
It's a great peer mix.
oh my.
Oh, my.
Sherry's over here in love with puppy pictures.
Yeah. Grandma Rose's. She doesn't have a name for it yet. Mama's a great peer. Father's is a blue heeler. It doesn't look like blue heeler.
Wow.
Gosh.
Joanne Plains?
Yes.
Nice to see you here this
Yes.
evening. Finite World. Oh, I'm getting called over here. Joanne, glad to see you here. Mud Pie Girl. Mud Pie Girl 2. No, my name is Mud Pie Girl 2. I don't know.
Apparently Daniel's wife, unlike his wife, she likes pygmy goats.
Oh my.
You didn't miss much. Neat world. Not yet, anyway.
So, any questions on anything? You want to know how to, have you had any problems as far as, let's say, with volume control, or
Rusty wants you to do live streams, doing tools.
doing tools?
Yeah, that's the message I got earlier on the way home.
Doing tools. What kind of tools? Pipe wrenches, torches, sanders, bandsaws. Or would you be talking the tools in Filmora by chance?
Yes, this helps us with the viewing hours.
Okay, well let me bring Filmora up here and see what we have. Here we go. All right, so we'll just open up Filmora here. Oh, I got to get this cleaned out. I got a lot of stuff in here. Got a lot of extra garbage. There we go. That's me late at night working on these videos. I've used that in a couple of different shots there.
Daniel's cooking cookies. He's going to make your cookies, honey. Isn't that nice of him?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what he says.
All right. Want to look at the tools. Let me find some video file here we can play with a little bit. Well, all right, I know what we can do. I'll just go out to the hard drive here and grab one. Okay, this is a rather big clip of our daughter-in-law. First time ever she made jam and did some canning. Did throw together a video of that. This is another piece of that. But we can use it. So I'll click it down here. And you want to go over the tools. So.
Oh, Mark, did you finally got a channel or just decided to come in? See that? The last one? This is B-Man.
B-Man.
Country Living. Awesome.
All right. Yes, nice to see you here. Okay, with the video on the edit line, if it stretches out a long distance, as you can see this one does, it is actually little over 33 minutes long. You want to narrow it up, you can go to, let me get a different screen up because you can't see because it's behind the chat. There we go. There we go. Same screen. But if you look underneath the preview picture, there is a rectangular box with two arrows. Let me see if I can get my mouse here to highlight for y'all. You can see the mouse highlighting into a circle here. It's sitting right on that. So if you click on that box, that shrinks your entire preview movie into just the one screen here. So it's just brought everything together. So as far as tools, let's see what we can do with this. You have to highlight it. That tells the program that that's the file you want to work with. And if we go down through here, let's start at the top. We'll go at the edit, so we can edit the video. And keep in mind, if you're working on a piece of video or anything like that, between any breaks, whatever you do will affect that entire piece of video. If there's a break in it, it only affects between the breaks, between like the start and the break, or between the break and the end, depending upon what you have highlighted. So we can come in here and we can change the contrast of this. So if you watch the screen up here, you can see that if I bring that over, that has brought more darkness into the picture. And I can go the other way and kind of wash it out. So we'll get it pretty much back to the middle here. Saturation, this is the amount of color that is enhanced in the picture. And again, we can flood that out to where it almost looks like a cartoon character. Or pretty much make it black and white. Not quite, but almost. Brightness, I think everybody knows what the brightness does. But again, just to show, we can completely wash it out or bring it back. Now the tint can be a lot of fun because you're just changing the overall colors of that piece of the video. The 3D LUT. This is it's an overlay that goes over top of the picture and affects the way the picture is seen. They have a lot of already prepared items in here. So what they call a 007 series. It's probably a little difficult for you to see, but it changed the entire general background appearance of this. Whereas Cool Film, this has added a lot of blue. House of Cards. part of 3000. It's just changing the overall view of the video. So we'll go back here to none. With Filmora, a very nice feature that works very well 90% of the time is this little auto enhance. If you click on that, it sharpens everything up just a little bit. It doesn't do anything major. It just makes the entire video a little bit crisper and cleaner. Now, this is something relatively new in Filmora. I think it was has just come out in the last release. And that's the speed of the video. They've had a speed control that was somewhat limited. You could go 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 10 times. And you can still do that. But they've made it so you can actually set the time. Right now, this video clip is 33 minutes, 26 seconds, and 12 frames long. Well, we can come in here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shorten the clip up so we can actually sit here and play with this. So we'll go to we'll just go to about the first 2 minutes, and I'm going to cut the clip there, get rid of the rest of it. I can go back over to this thing where it fills it out over the entire screen. So we're still at just over 2 minutes. And this is pretty close to the way that it looks originally. A couple of these are auto enhance. A couple of these are off by just by 1 or something because I didn't get them right back to 0.
Linda's asking if the upgrades of Filmora cost.
No, the Filmora upgrades do not cost. Filmora makes their money in 2 different ways. Obviously, selling you the program to begin with, and then they make feature packs. They make title packs and other different enhancements that they would love for you to buy, but you certainly don't have to. And you have a lot to choose from without ever purchasing any. Occasionally they'll make some of those free, again, to entice you. And anytime they have something free there, I go grab it. Because if they're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. But no, I have not purchased any extra packages or anything like that. And you get, when you buy the I think it's $59.95. When you buy that deal, it's good forever. It's lifetime. Now, I know that's only because what the company is and this and that, but I'll tell you what, they've got an awful lot of people that use it. It's a highly recommended piece of software. I don't think this company's going anywhere anytime soon. So let's just take a look at what this clip entails as it sits here.
Take this.
It is hot, guys. Don't touch it with your hands like I just did. Down. Right.
Jedediah is asleep again. Grandma Rose, listen to you. Got an HP Envy 360 16 gig of memory, 1 terabyte hard drive. Also got 2 terabytes external hard drive, and a 64 gig flash drive. That woman went all out.
There you go.
We're gonna have more? Yeah. At least a couple more. I took the blade out to make it easier.
Neat World said they have echo from your mic again.
I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. Let me get that turned off. With my headphones on, I couldn't tell that. And again, just due to the length of this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to split this again so it's just over a minute long. So all I did was I cut it with the scissors, and then I pressed the delete key and got rid of the end of the video there. So we'll go back here to the beginning. This is now 54 seconds and 13 frames.
June thought the echo was cool.
All right, let me play just a little bit of it, see if the echo's going.
Take this. It is hot, guys. Don't touch it with your hands like I just did. Where's the paper towels? Found them. All right.
Okay. So this is 54 seconds, 13 frames long. I'm going to slow this down once just so you can see where you can do minor adjustments and nobody would be the wiser. So we're at 54 seconds. I'm going to make this let me say, okay, video. Okay. Go back into the edit. I'm sorry. It's 1 minute, 7 seconds. That's why I wasn't doing anything. So I'd hit that before. 1 minute, 7 seconds, 21 seconds. Or 21 frames. So I'm going to change that to 1 minute. Exactly. So I've taken 7 seconds out of this clip. It's shortened it by 7 seconds. So let's hear what it sounds like.
Take this. It is hot, guys. Don't touch it with your hands like I just did. Where's the paper towels? Found them. All right.
And most people would not be able to pick up the fact that the tone of the voice is actually up a little bit because the video is playing faster. It's such a minute bit that it's not noticeable.
We're going to have more?
Yeah.
If in
Takes a
fact
couple bars.
it is noticeable, you can go in, and there are limitations to this, but you can go into the audio section and change the pitch. So let me play this. And if I need it to be a little lower, I just bring this down low.
Take this. It is hot, guys. Don't touch it with your hands like I just did. Where's the paper towels? Found them.
Let me start that over because in changing it live there, yeah, we're picking up some.
Take this. It is hot, guys. Don't touch it with your hands like I just did.
And probably as a rule of thumb, you should detach the audio so it's totally separate.
Take this. It is hot, guys. Don't touch it with your hands like I just did. Where's the paper towels? Found them. All right.
Okay, if you want to take a section of a video and play it in reverse, you come into the edit portion and just simply whatever section of clip you have here. If it's a minute, it's a minute. If it's 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. But just click the play in reverse. This is actually doing a rendering before it plays it back, or else the playback would not be smooth. So again, the program tries to help you out. So when you get a little bit ahead of yourself, like what I just did.
Take this. It is hot, guys. Don't touch it with your hands like I just did.
Well, that didn't go in reverse. Hold on. Oh, yeah. It is. Let me kill the sound because the sound's separate. I guess that's one way to empty a canning jar. Let's put that back in there. Okay.
Grandma Rose says she noticed the other day that Filmora is asking for beta testers for the new update. You should be a beta tester.
I don't know. They didn't contact me, and maybe you just saw that on their website. I don't know. We are not affiliated with Filmora in any way.
Didn't say that.
Well, and I'm just saying we're not affiliated with Filmora. But when YouTube took away their editing program, and a lot of people were just kind of left in the cold, I looked real close at a lot of different programs. There's some free ones out there, no argument. A lot of people went with Windows Movie Maker, but that's kind of a dead horse. iMovie is the Apple free version, or Macintosh, or however, whatever your pleasure is on that. But they cannot even approach what you can do with Filmora here. And for a one-time fee of $60 for a lifetime, it's pretty hard to pass on it. It's very easy to learn on, has a lot of functionality, does a good job. Now, it's not the end-all be-all. There's a lot of things you cannot do with it, but it really does pretty good. If we go into the crop and zoom, and we've done this before for some people, your constraints down across the bottom here, the full screen format that you're looking at in YouTube on a computer is a 16:9. They also have a 4:3 constraint, which is the much older television sets, and that's almost a square box. 1:1, that is a square box, and then of course a lot of people have seen this before, because if you hold your phone vertically, you have a 9:16, although this is normally right in the center. So I'm sure you've all seen this picture where people have recorded with their phones and they've held them upright, and this is what they get. If they turn them sideways, lay them on their side, they'll get a full screen 16:9. Now, the way the crop and zoom works, the window on the left is your adjustment window, and you get a little preview window over here on the right. So if we just wanted to zoom in to just Cassie's face here, maybe she made a funny expression that we wanted to feature, we could we could do that. Problem is, you can move out of the frame very easily. But I think you can see that this is just zooming right in. That's just kind of, take a look at this picture. That's a cute picture.
It is a cute picture. You have to crop that. And
I just may take a snapshot of that right now. Okay. And that's something else that's very, very easy with Filmora here. If you noticed, what's displayed on the screen here, this little camera button, right, where I'm showing you where the mouse is. You just click that, and you have a snapshot thumbnail that you can upload as a thumbnail for your video. It's that easy. Now, if you wanted to enhance that thumbnail, putting some words on it, like, or something, it puts the thumbnail up in your project area. So let's bring it down on this line. And we'll go to the text and credit area. Let's go to titles. We'll bring this title down here. And let's, I generally go into the advanced edit on everything, just as it is. So, type in a secret. And I want the wording to be up here. I want the color to be something contrasting enough you can see it, but maybe not real crazy bold or anything. I can highlight it a little better by turning on the border. Let's outline it in a yellow. I can change the size of that border.
Okay, backwards raised. I asked, how do you just put a simple text in a video without a box around it?
Simple text. All right. Let me finish this and we'll get right on that. Remember that. If I don't want this other piece down here, I can just delete it. So we'll say a secret here, and let's go ahead and add some shadowing to this. Okay, for the shadowing effect, I'm going to stretch this out quite a bit so it's easier to see, and we'll blur it so it's a little softer. We can change the position of the shadow. See what looks good on this. Guess I don't like that. Not sure I like that. I don't want a shadow. Take it back off. So now we got the snapshot. Now we put a title into it, and we'll just take another picture. And you have another snapshot. Now to find your snapshots, if everything has been installed in a native mode, unless you've done some sort of special install, you're going to find your snapshots by going into Documents, Wondershare Filmora, User Source, And then there's a folder here called Snapshot. And it always puts them at the end. So there is first picture we took. And here's with the added text. All right. Now, what was this question again? Something about putting words in a video without a box?
Yes. How do you just put a simple text in a video without a box around it?
Okay. Go back to our simple video here. I don't care if it's running forward, backward, doesn't matter. You have a whole host of various types of text pieces available. This particular one.
Coco says, Daryl, zoom in on Cher rolling her eyes. She thinks she knows me so well.
Okay. I'm guessing he's talking something about maybe this. This particular item has a box, and it has 2 lines of text. So let's look at the box. The box is here. We can control the size of that box. We can control the color. Or I can just delete it completely. It doesn't have to be there. So now we'll come down, and this is your title here. To make it jump out so we can easily see it, we'll do this. I'm going to get rid of the bottom line. Delete it. Say OK. The duration of this text is, I guess I'm doing it the hard way. The duration is 5 seconds. I can change the time here, or I can simply grab the end of the box and drag it out. So now from the time this starts here, it will remain. And that'll be there throughout the end of the video. So I'm hoping that's maybe what you wanted to know.
Miss Nina is here.
Okay.
One of our Southern belles.
All right. We'll get rid of this. Now we'll go back and put the whole clip back in. If you remember what I told you, when you do your editing and stuff, everything's kept into a memory. The original clip is not modified in any way. It is not changed. So you never lose your original. So we're right back now to the 30 minutes, 33 minutes. Yeah. Just where we started here before. So we'll cut into a different section here. And all right, it's just over a minute. We'll cut it there. So now we have a clip that's just over a minute long. We'll play it.
Hey, I just found out the other day too. She's like, yeah, right. My grandma in the basement, they don't nearly have anything quite as what you've got, but there's a few things that they have canned down there.
I think I have enough probably to feed the community here.
Us first, because she loved them. But they have those half-gallon or gallon jars, the big ball mason jars that you have.
Those are half-gallon.
Half-gallon.
Mm-hmm.
And they've actually canned purified water.
Well, I have some jars of water.
Like a just-in-case.
Yeah. I was taking everything off the table yesterday, the last little bit, and Daryl was helping with the last little bit. And there was a jar of water, and Daryl goes, "What's that?"
Everclear.
Oh, yeah. Water. What for?
Doomsday.
Yeah. Our water comes from a well.
I did it.
Okay, well, now you get to
Clean it
take
up.
the lid off.
We gotta put these.
Okay, so we have a 1 minute clip here. Let's look at some of the other things you can do with this. Let's go into the power tools. And we're going to do what they call a face-off. This is if you are, the primary use for this, excuse me, is if you are recording in a public area and you've caught somebody that shouldn't be displayed on the camera, so you can hide their identity. We'll do it. You can see here it picked up on her face, and we'll say okay.
Babe, I just found out the other day too. She's like, yeah, right.
We can increase the
in
sensitivity, but the idea there is that it blurs the face, so that can't be made out. The mosaic, this is kind of what you just saw with the face-off, except this is a...
Southern Ark said, I was wondering about that face-off thing.
Okay, well, now you know. A good use for this is to cover up a license plate on a car or something. It doesn't move. You have to do a section of the clip. I'm going to cover up here on the counter, whatever those pieces are. We'll say okay. So now when you play this,
they don't nearly have anything
you cannot
quite
tell
as what you've got, but there's a few things that they have canned down there.
I think I have enough probably to feed the community here.
So that's a way you can hide a license plate on a car. Take that back out. And the one that I skipped over is the tilt shift. What this does is outside the edges of this particular center section, it causes it to come out of focus. So you have a very sharp focused area in the center between these lines and not so focused outside. And you can change the distance here. But just for being a little drastic, let's do it this way. We'll center Cassie's face here on that. Okay. So now when the clip is played,
I just found out the other day too.
it's very sharp and clear.
She's like, yeah, right.
If she wouldn't move around.
No, my grandma in the basement.
And the rest of it's just slightly out of focus.
Quite as what you've got, but
so that's your tilt shift. And whenever they say apply to the clip, that's for whatever section of length that you have. So it's going to apply to that entire section. Auto enhance, we talked about that. Crop and zoom, we talked about. Okay, an interesting thing that can be done, especially maybe if you find something that's let's see if I can find that piece again.
I just found out the other day too. She's like, yeah, right. My grandma in the basement, they don't nearly have anything quite as what you've got, but we gotta put these.
No.
Cassie's in the room. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I just found that out.
We're showing her off here.
She says, apparently my face is so bad it needs to be blurred. Fix it fast, Papa. You're in trouble.
I just found out the other day too.
Okay. If you come into a piece on a clip that you want to highlight, you want to draw extra attention to it. Like this particular area here, maybe something was said, I don't know. If you just stop where you want the highlight to be, do a right click, and go to what they call a freeze frame. What this does is it takes a snapshot and puts it inside the clip. Right there. So now when you play this,
I just found out the other day too.
Comes to a complete stop for the default is 5 seconds, but you can
She's like,
adjust
yeah, right.
that length.
My grandma in the
You can also, I'm stretching this out so it's easier for you to see. This is a snapshot it just created. It does not add it into the area up here, but it is in the snapshot folder. But you can take this and move it wherever you want. Put it at the end. So now, if you come back in and play this, because we took the snapshot out,
the other day
you'll never know it's there. It just goes right over.
She's like, yeah, right.
But that way at the end, you could use that for an end screen. Or you could use it for a start. Possibilities are pretty broad. So, Spicy, did that answer your question? I hope, maybe. Was it Spicy want to do the tools, or was it somebody else want to do the tools?
Spicy want to know about doing the.
Well, I think I covered that.
Okay, well, I didn't say anything about tools, so you read that on your own.
I read that on my own. Okay. It's power tool, advanced color tuning. This will drive you nuts, but you can totally adjust the colors of the picture. And you can also put a soft circle around it, have it round, or I think you can probably see on the screen here how I can adjust the size of that. Feather the edges, make it softer or sharper. So you can take one clip and cut it up into many small clips and change just bits and pieces to dramatically bring out a section of the film. This can get as difficult as you want it to be. Don't think you have to go overboard on everything. A lizard video. I don't have a lizard video.
Oh, somebody messaged me today, asked me if you got your lizard with a leash yet. It was Christy. It was Christy. I forget.
So, well, let's do this. We'll just open up the phone here. If somebody has a question they'd like to ask directly, or tell everybody where I screwed up and did things wrong, that's fine.
Coco said Daryl, the wizard and his dancing lizard. Jeez, never gonna live that one down. Once you edit the video and save it, is your original still there, or is your original gone?
Your original is still there. Yes, your original video is never harmed. If you want to save your video, you click the export, and you can save it to your computer. You can save it to a device. You can publish it directly to YouTube. You can publish it directly to Facebook or to Vimeo. Or you can save it to a DVD if you have a DVD writer. I primarily save the videos locally, so I have a copy. You give it a name, you give it a destination, you can go into the settings and you can tell it how you want the video created, as far as maybe just good or better or the best settings, which adjusts the bit rate, the resolution, sample rate of the sound. Maybe I shouldn't, but I usually save everything at best.
Lang Family Farm says, DVD? What's that?
Oh, well, that's one of those.
Brenda wants to know, what size computer do you need to do all this editing?
Well, as big as you can afford, let's put it that way. I guess that's maybe the best way to say it. So, the more powerful your computer, the faster it will be for editing, the more it can tuck away into memory. A lot of people, and let's face it, this is how most people do things. They'll run across maybe they see a laptop at Walmart, and it's regularly $299, and they have it on sale for $249 or something. They say, well, let's just buy this, and they pay absolutely no attention to what type of processor is in it, how much memory is in it, what kind of hard drives are in it, what the screen resolution is. In other words, they don't know what they bought. It was just a pretty face sitting on a shelf at a attractive price, and it was almost an impulse purchase. I would say for editing videos, 15 years ago, I would have said an AMD processor, but today I wouldn't say that. I'd say an Intel processor. Excuse me, at least an i5. If you can go to an i7 quad core processor, that would be much better. I use solid state drives because they're very fast. And people say, well, you don't need that fast to play the video, and you don't. But if you are editing, if you have a video clip that's 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours long, and you have this all on your timeline, excuse me, and you're cutting this up into sections, you're doing a minute here, and you're cutting 20 minutes out, then you're doing another minute here, and cutting another 20 minutes out. All this stuff has to be kept in memory someplace. So it writes it off. You know, people don't have that much memory. Can't utilize that much memory, so it writes it to the hard drive in a temporary file. So if you have a slow hard drive, it just takes that much longer to do it. I'm going to say a typical computer that would be pretty respectable at most any type of editing software is going to cost you at least $1,000. Now that's not to say that you can't do this on that $250 one, because you can. It's just not as fast. You have to render your video more often. You have to kind of take your time. It works just fine. The end result will be the same. It will just take you longer. So I'm not telling anybody to go out and spend $1,000, but if the question is asked, you know, what would you recommend? I'm going to say a blind recommendation would be an i7 quad core, minimum of 12 gig of memory, 16 preferred or more, and solid state drives. That's my recommendation. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that much. Video, and that's it in the laptop world. If you want to go with a desktop, well, now things open way up, because you can go with different graphics cards, and a lot of graphic cards have memory on those that is just for the graphics. And of course, this alleviates the memory that is inside your computer to run the programs. So that just opened up another whole thing. But generally speaking, I'm going to use the term laptops. That's what the majority of people have that they play with. Not everybody, I understand that.
Noah's Ark says I don't mess around with laptops because they don't have much memory.
Well, I don't know where you're looking at for that, but you can have 256 gig of memory in a laptop if you have the right laptop. Qualify that. So, laptop can be a very, very potent computer. The reason I have a laptop is when we travel, I don't want to carry a desktop around with me that if we go to a conference and we shoot some video and we're going to edit it and get it uploaded at the hotel that night, laptop works just fine. And it's much easier to cart around. for the most part, I always recommend you export the file to your computer and close down the program, play it once on your computer, make sure it's what you want, and from that point, either upload it to YouTube or your choice of platforms.
Didn't somebody send a question to be brought up on Tuesday or tonight?
I don't think so. You think so?
Oh.
I don't recall that. Phone line's open. I'm running out of talk here.
Linda has a great gaming laptop, but have an external hard drive that holds whatever I can put on it.
That's fine.
Yeah, Rusty, this is the first time I've not had a desktop. We strictly have laptops here.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe that's the one you're helping her with the videos.
Yes.
Okay, because I thought she said she had a question for Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
Amber, what kind of app did you find?
Well, let me mention one of the...
No one said we could talk lizards. What kind is Daryl getting? Oh, I'm loving this.
All right, let's talk one more thing about exporting your file.
Coco says 17 quad-core, 16 memory, solid-state drives. And they asked, what is a solid-state drive?
Okay, a solid-state drive is like a memory card type drive, and they're extremely fast, and usually they're not huge. They're probably get a 250 gig solid state drive. Having said that, you want to have an external drive you keep dumping your files off on.
No one thought it was no moving parts.
Yeah, well,
Video show. Heard of video show. Amber said they got a new video editing. It's called Video Show.
I don't know. There's hundreds.
Yeah, exactly.
There's hundreds. But in exporting your files, I don't care what program you're using. You're creating files. You do consider living in the MP4 world. That's just universally the best all around video file you're gonna have.
70. Sherry says you're all speaking way over her head.
Well,
he can chat with you when we get to Mississippi, Sherry. Rusty, you going to bed already?
okay. Well, I guess maybe if we don't have any more questions, we should just call it an evening.
Okie. I put up quite a few links tonight to give everybody something to do to open more tabs. Your parents never heard of walking onions? Did I send you any? Because I found that I have some more if you need any. Going to watch Justified. Yeah, you're right, Brenda. He's hiding. But Brenda, he'll be at the meetup that small meetup that Deep South Homestead is having. Rusty will be there.
There. They can see you talking
I
about.
see that. I just saw that. If there's no more questions, I'm assuming, Rusty, that's on Netflix. As soon as Cassie said she loved that show, it has to be Netflix.
Oh,
lizards.
And for those of you last night, forget about the lizard.
What's with the lizards?
And the bigger mistake that I made last night, besides saying something about a lizard, I guess, was I got ahead of myself and I said MIgardener was going to be our guest next Monday night. That is not the case. They will be our guest on February the 5th. And we are having... Go ahead.
You're asking me too fast.
And we are...
Oh, I didn't mean that. You know I'm going to slap you. Kelly. Life of a Military Wife. We're having Kelly. Kelly May from Canada. She's crossing the border without a passport. Lizards. Touche. That one's good. I don't even know how did it get started, Noah's Ark? Oh, just went out of my mind. Diane, the canning nana, has lizards, or a lizard.
She has a lizard
for a pet. And the conversation just went downhill very shortly after that was mentioned. I forget what the question that Noah's Ark put up there. Yeah,
Well, it started out saying, well, okay, so you don't have chickens, you don't have livestock. And she said, well, I have a lizard. So that just went.
But it's you can watch last night's video, and all the conversation stays with our videos. So when everyone's talking, you can watch it, so you don't know, you're not missing anything.
You can skip that part.
I don't think she had a leash, but we can send her one. Yeah, he did keep asking questions about the lizards, didn't he?
Well, I was curious, if she had this to get bugs off of her plants, or I just don't know.
Here we have dogs. In California, they have lizards. They have lizards down in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Kara has them outside of her house.
Yeah.
If you'd like to buy Daryl a lizard.
No.
Coco.
Daryl does not want a lizard. Thank you very much. Goodness.
Oh, my gosh. That was the best.
Unless they eat
salamander.
Now, if the lizards eat stink bugs, we might put up with one.
God, I'd even let it in the house if it ate stick bugs.
Catch it with salamander.
I think I used to catch salamanders when I was a kid. Don't they grow at the creeks or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't picture you touching one now. But...
Oh no, that was when I was a kid and young and dumb. Now I'm old and dumb. That's good, Coco. That was good. Touche, dear. Yeah, but guineas are on the ground. These stink bugs are up in the ceiling, in the lights. Our TV's on all night long. More of a night light. And because of the light, I wake up in the middle of the night and there's maybe 1, 2, 3 stink bugs because it's nice and warm. So I keep my empty pill bottles. And at night, I'll go up to the TV and I'll slowly push the pill bottle up and snatch it with the cap. And when the bottle gets about half full, I throw it away and open up another one. No, Noah. Guineas do not fly. Yeah. Amber's going to get you a big fat lizard, a Florida iguana lizard.
No lizards around the bees.
Exactly. You got that right, Mark. No, not Asian beetles. Not beetle. These are stink bugs. Look it up. Are they the same as potato bugs? Is that what they call them too?
I think so. Potato bugs, stink bugs.
Little brown. I mean, they smell.
They look like they have armor
Oh,
plating.
armor. Yeah. Okay, Discovery. I will not mistake it for a pickle. They can fly. Be darn.
What's that?
His and Hers Homestead said, yes, they do. Not like a cardinal, but they can for short distances.
Oh, guineas. Yeah.
I always joke with my sister that she has a 1,500 deck of cards because she doesn't know how much more about her PC than turning it off and on. Oh, she plays solitaire, I take it. Yeah, June, they are. And every winter, it's like they're everywhere. And no rhyme or reason. You can't figure out where they're coming from. And we're not allowed fowl. Well, birds on the inside, but I'm not having birds. No way. Five dogs, 2 cats. That's it.
Plenty.
We have a hermit in the basement. What my granddaughters call him. That's what I told them to call him. It's my grandson. He's staying with us for a while. We don't have any other beds because we took up the bedroom, so there's a couch in the basement in the family room. Oh, Noah's Ark. Let's not get into pickles. Oh, what kind of pups? What kind of dog? Tell me, secretly
no.
So Daryl can't hear it.
No. And if you didn't catch that, it's no.
But they're getting puppies soon.
No.
They're in the small YouTube group. I can message them anytime.
No.
It's a great peer.
No.
Are both parents great peers?
No. Doesn't matter.
Oh, an 8th Anatolian. Cool. I'm going to need to see pictures.
You can look at all the pictures you want to look at. All the closer you can get to them.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Did you see my eyes roll, Coco?
Everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here.
He's getting out of here while the going's good.
Happy editing on your videos. And, now somebody's calling. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Not getting anything. Hello, hello.
He's even Cassie. Oh, Papa, they would be so cute.
No. Okay, I apologize to whoever's calling, but I'm not getting anything from you.
Is there anything you had to change?
No, I just checked everything here.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's call it an evening. And everybody have a great week. And give me some questions for topic next week, and we'll do this again. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks everybody for coming. And anything you want to say?
No.
You've said enough, right?
No.
Well, let's try it again. All right, we're going to try answering this call one more time. Hello. Hello. This is Daryl. Who's calling, please? I'm not getting anything. I apologize. I'm not receiving anything. So, having said that, we're going to go ahead and shut her down, folks. I will check on the phone thing here. We'll make sure that it is working. But I need some offline time to do that, and whoever tried to call is no longer here. So, take care. Have a great week. We will see you later. Bye-bye.